Good morning, beautiful Lalaine. I just want to wish you happy 22nd birthday. Tomorrow is going to be your 22nd birthday, and I haven't been able to get to any of these YouTube videos in quite a while because my father, he's an older guy and he's been having health problems and everything, and I've been having to take him to a lot of doctor's appointments and all that. But he's doing better now. But all the same, Memorial Day. I took him to the Lancaster VA outpatient clinic early in the morning, thinking that he had an appointment, but it was closed on Memorial Day. I should have realized it was the preceding Monday, But I got back fairly early, but I went down to the park, and because my church was having a little picnic there, and I had a good time and everything. I was a little exhausted, and I was kind of grumpy because I'd been busy, so my beard was kind of trimmed and everything. But it was all right. But anyways, I was sitting with a friend of mine named Jeremy, and I was afraid I was being rude to him because as we were talking, I kept on glancing behind him because ways over behind him by this tree was this really, really beautiful young woman. And this gal was gorgeous. She had shorts on, and she had just the most beautiful legs and luscious thighs, and she had this really gorgeous figure and everything like that. But anyways, Lalaine, the reason I took note of her is because she resembled you so much. And I think she might have been the gal that I've mentioned on earlier videos I've seen around town that looked a lot like you. But I'm kind of unsure because she had these glasses on, really sexy glasses, but she had these glasses on and her hair was up, so she looked somewhat different. But, after a while, after talking a while, this girl walked by, she just kind of walked by, and I think she kind of looked up and said something to me. But I guess because, I kind of had the excuse I was tired and everything, and, I felt kind of socially awkward for my, beard being all grumpy and everything. But, I kind of, I guess I was scared to death of her, and I just kind of stared at her blankly, and I'm not even sure what she said. I didn't register. I was just kind of stricken by her beauty, and, I didn't really know very much else, But, Lalaine, every time I see a gal who resembles you, I take note of it because I think you're the most beautiful woman on earth. I think the sun rises and sets upon you. And, it's like that poster I took a picture of at Walmart, and I showed a picture of it, and I commented, I thought the gal kind of looked like you, and I remember seeing a computer commercial once I thought was you when you were younger, and I remember seeing this, the movie, I think it's called Walking Tall or Standing Tall, and it had that actor in it, Rock, I think they called it. And he used to be a wrestler, and he was like a sheriff out in the woods or something like that. I remember seeing this one scene where I saw this glimpse, just a small glimpse in the distance of this young girl, and I thought to myself, hey, is that Lalaine when she was younger? And I tried to find out on the internet and stuff, but, I couldn't find anything on it. But all the same, I can't, every woman I look at, I compare to you. I can't look at a woman without comparing her to you. I think you're the most beautiful thing on earth. You have such beautiful skin, and you have such beautiful eyes, and just your features. Your jawline and everything, and your neck and your shoulders, and your beautiful figure and everything. You're just the most beautiful woman on earth, in my opinion. And, I really want to see that movie that you've done, Royal Kill. It sounds like it's going to be a really good movie, and I read up on it, and even though it sounds like the martial arts scenes and stuff are a little bit exaggerated, generally speaking, they say it's based on a true story and historically accurate. And I think that is so cool because I'm so much into history, and I really believe in things on history and studying up on history and all that. And Lalaine, I just want to comment. Your career has been so much more meaningful than most of these young actresses that are in Hollywood today. Most of these young actors come off the Disney Channel. They do just bubblegum movies and stuff like that. But you've done like Flipside, which was about Filipino history and culture and everything. And then you did, which I absolutely love Flipside. And then you did this new movie, which is about true historical events. That is so much more meaningful than what the majority of young actresses have done. And even though we all do things to embarrass ourselves, and I've done some dumb things in my life. The good I've done has been through God, but all the dumb things I've done, that was my own idea. We all do things to embarrass ourselves. And even though you may have made a few mistakes and everything, generally speaking, you have had so much more honor and respect than the vast majority of young actresses in Hollywood these days. The majority of young actresses in Hollywood these days, I mean, they do just one dumb thing after another to end up humiliating themselves. I mean, and you know, I don't want to put her down, but there's that the young female race car driver, Diana Kirkpatrick or something like that. I saw that one commercial where it was insinuating that on some website she would flash herself. Now it might have just been a gag or something like that, I don't know. But all the same, just for her to portray herself that way, as a piece of meat, I mean, that's not really showing herself very much respect there. And I don't mean to put her down, and I'm not I have relatively sexually liberal theological views. But, you know, still, I think that women these days in Hollywood, they just let themselves be treated like pieces of meat and stuff. And, you know, I mean, the male-centered sexual hedonism in society today, it's just plain improper. And, you know, I don't mean to put her down or anything, but, you know, still, I mean, so many young actresses like that, or famous women or whatever, I mean, they just don't show themselves really any respect and honor. And Lalaine, even though you may have made a few mistakes and really, I mean, and you've always showed yourself a great deal of respect. I mean, you might have had a few risque lyrics on a few songs or something like that, but still, generally speaking, you have kept your honor and respect so much more than the majority of young actresses out there. And I just want to tell you, I have so much respect for you and admiration. And, you know, I want to emphasize again that series Flipside, I absolutely loved it. That was the greatest series ever. And on that one episode of Flipside, where you were singing with Frankie Aguilar, and oh man, I love that episode where you're singing Frankie Aguilar, because I mean, you know, I've tried to read up on how to, you know, speak Tagalog and stuff in the past, but you know, I'm not very good at it, but I think it's a beautiful language, and to hear you sing it and everything, and the way your voice is expressive and everything, and oh, and your lips, you have the most beautiful lips of any woman I've ever seen, the most expressive lips of any woman I've ever seen. They're just the way your lips move and express themselves, and your voice, and you have, oh, those lips, I mean, they're so lovely and kissable. I mean, you're just, I love listening to that. And I hope in the future you might do some music videos or CDs with, you know, speaking in Filipino or Tagalog, or singing in that language, because it's a beautiful language, and I love to hear your beautiful voice singing. And, you know, Lalaine, I just want to emphasize, you're such an original and special young woman, and, you know, I really do. I think the sun rises and sets upon you. I think you're so beautiful and sexy. I mean, you know, everything. It's like I was comparing you to that beautiful girl I saw in the park. I mean, you've got the same kind of sexy legs and sexy thighs and beautiful figure and cute tush, and I hope this doesn't sound like chauvinistic or, you know, whatever, but you have the most beautifully proportioned breasts I've ever seen. I mean, they're perfect. I mean, they're perfect position and everything. And all your shoulders and your arms, and I love your lips and your cute nose and your chin and just everything about you. And I think you're the most beautiful woman on earth. And those big, beautiful brown eyes, I could melt in those, you know. And I love that picture on your website with those glasses. I think that you look so sexy and sophisticated. And I just want to tell you, Lalaine, once again, I want to say happy birthday to you, and I hope you follow Jesus and have a lot of love in your heart and live a healthy and happy life. And I hope, I've been trying to figure out a way to email you on MySpace, but for some reason I can't figure out how to do it. You think it'd be simple, but it seems complicated for me. But I just want to tell you again, lovely, lovely, beautiful Lalaine. I hope you have a happy birthday, and God bless you, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Oh, and P.S., I'm going to show a few exercise videos that hopefully I can kind of impress you with. So, bye-bye.
Okay, mister. Now I'll do Russian push-ups. It's kind of slippery there. Okay. Okay, mister. Okay, that's enough. I think I might cut out the rest.